Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our transition day, transitioning out of the dark in these dark room deepening discussions as promised. But before we do, let's take a moment or two and arrive. If it feels okay, letting our eyes fall closed, letting our breath deepen, feeling our body, tuning into our heart, opening our mind, and of course, accessing our soul. For today, we are going to, as our transition, hopefully perfectly, be talking about, discussing, diving into rebirthing. Just tune into that for a moment. Rebirthing. What does that mean to you? What does that feel like to you? Is it possible? So I'll start off personally. When I entered the dark room a month and almost 2 weeks ago now, I had a long list of intentions. And one of them was an actual rebirth for Prasad. I went in wanting to come out a different person. I jokingly say, Prasad 2.0, here I am. Shaved my head, shaved my beard off of over 3 years for a rebirthing. Very important to me to go into the darkness. And as I shared earlier, go beyond the dark night of the soul, assimilate it, and then move beyond and be open to what happens. I mean, let's go back to being in the womb, uterus, and on our way out. We don't know what's going to be happening. It is the unknown. It's a very spiritual experience. 12 days in the dark room. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going to make it. And I certainly didn't know how different I would be on the way out, on the other side. So, like I said, it is different. I am different. And I'm delighted to proclaim that and proclaim all of the openings and shiftings and things to integrate and still integrating. But back to rebirthing. So rebirthing is probably most associated with the breath work of Leonard Orr, who was a very brilliant man, went to India a lot. He died, I think, in 2019 or 2020, and he formed this beautiful practice called rebirthing. And it is a marvelous and wonderful practice of breath work. I encourage everyone to try it. I also want to mention beyond that, there's a lot of womb work that may be associated with rebirthing. And I'm not an expert on this, so I won't talk a lot, but I will share I have had some profound experiences. Big note and shout out to Barbara Findeson and her wonderful work. She just passed away a few weeks ago, and she founded the Star Retreat, which had some wonderful rebirthing experiences coming from the womb and womb healings. And in 2015, in this lifetime, Karuna Dara and I met at an esoteric Hindu group that had a lot of womb chakra healing, which is a very beautiful technology for men and women. Chakra-wise and energetic body-wise, men too have wombs and can rebirth. So I just wanted to set that stage for rebirthing. There's multiple modalities. And back to my experience that hopefully there can be some transmission and you can gain from. Going back into the dark and preparing for the unknown. And that intention and desire for rebirthing, coming out anew. Can you plug into that? Is there any part of you that you would like to rebirth? I'm honored to share and still integrating the depths of my rebirthing experience in the Darkroom Retreat, which was an even further expanding into the present moment. So this spiritual tradition I'm studying now is talking about dying daily. The encouragement is to die every day. That may sound a little weird to some ears, but it resonates in my ears. Dying daily, the opportunity for rebirths, each sleep being a reset. A lot of traditions talk about soul traveling during sleep. So coming out of the dark room with a rebirth experience. Wow, what an opportunity to die and be new. And in this integration, expanding it in a smaller way to dying moment by moment. And that's a direction opportunity I'm seeing, bringing it down into moment by moment, dying, rebirthing. What an exploration. So that is rebirthing from me for today. I am looking at the lovely and powerful and amazing Karuna Dara. Is there anything you can share about rebirthing?
Well, I just want to add how much I love the opportunity to take a moment and consider what is it like to be reborn today. I met someone recently at one of the retreats I attended who, when she was diagnosed with cancer, she decided she was pretty spontaneous. She did it once and it became a tradition. She started to wear costumes to her appointments. And I think there's a lot of beauty and a lot of wisdom in talking to people who have been diagnosed with terminal illness and are still alive, right? We've had some die and transition, but then there are those that have taken that as a different opportunity. So that's kind of what it reminds me of, because one of our spiritual practices that you and I have taken on is deconditioning. And I think this rebirthing and deconditioning can go together really well, of reinventing ourselves every day, not being stuck in our ways, our patterns. I know I've been noticing with that example of my dear friend Mac with the costume she wears to chemo, that I was like, why don't I buy different styles of clothes? So it can be a very serious and deep experience and opportunity, like you mentioned, and it can also become something really fun on a daily basis. So I wanted to bring that in.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Thank you for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time.